Today, we will be learning motion, which means movement. Motion tells our sprite how to move and how to turn on the screen. So in this video, our sprite will move, right? So we are going to use the motion block. If you look at the left side of our screen, which is the block palette, we have motion. So if we click on motion, it will give us all blocks that concerns motion. For example, if I'm in event, as you know, this is for event. So when I click motion, this is for motion. So now first on that list is the move 10 step block. So what does this block do? It makes our sprite to move 10 steps. Let's see how it works. If I drag it to the script area, remember my sprite is already selected. So before I drag, so this, if I click on this block, you see that the sprite moves to the right. Then ask yourself, what about if we change this figure here? Maybe we'll change it to something like 50. So what will happen? That means it will move 50 steps instead of 10 steps. So if I click on it, you see that it moves. So you notice that it's faster than the previous, right? So the more the figure, the more the speed. So let's change it back to 10. Then what about if we want to move backward? Remember, this one moves forward and we want to move backward. So what we'll do, we have to like negate the 10. That's add minus to the 10, minus 10, so that it moves backward. So by the time we click, see that the sprite moves backward, right? Your sprite can also turn. It can turn to clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. How do we do this? If you check, you have turn 15 degree. If we drag it here and we click, you see that the sprite turns, which is clockwise direction. So but if we want to make it anti-clockwise, then we'll go for the previous one, the next one, turn. You see that arrow indicating anti-clockwise. That means it will turn to the left instead of the right. So I'll click on it. You see that it's turned. If you want it to turn faster, either of them, you can increase their figure. So let's say we use 60 instead of 50. No, let's do something like 100 so that the speed will be so obvious. So by the time we click turn, so you see that it turns faster, unlike the previous where it just turned 15 degrees. So this one 15 degree, this one turns 100 degree, right? Then you can also tell your sprite to face a direction, a particular direction. It could be 90 degree, 45 degree, and so on. So how do we do that? You just look for point in direction, this, drag it here, and you click. So currently we have 90, and by default our sprite is pointing 90. Now let's rotate our sprite so that it points to a different direction. I think this should be like 0 or kind of. So by the time we click on point in direction, it points to 90. Then let's try 180. 180. So you see when you click on it, automatically this tool appears. So this is 90. You can drag it to 180. So that means it will face down, right? So let's click, you see. Then let's try something else, like this is minus 190. So if we click on it, it faces this direction. So that's how you can make your sprite face a particular direction. Then what about making your sprite move continuously? Have you thought of that? So let's see how we can make the sprite to move continuously. Now I'll remove all this block and I'll bring a block called the when flag click, which is under event. So it means that when this flag is click, or this one, as we describe, as you can we're explaining the screen layout, when it is click, anything attached to it or the instruction attached to it will be carried out. What does it mean? For example, when this flag is click, if we bring this motion block here, move, and we attach it to this, so when we click on this flag, you see that it moves. Or when we click on it here, it also moves. So anytime the flag is click, this move 10 steps instruction will be carried out. So now let's see how we can move automatically. That's like continuous movement, just like your games. You know, those characters move continuously, they are in constant motion. So how do we do this? Now we attach the move to when flag click, and you see that it just move each time you click, but we just want a single click and it continue to move. To do that, we have a block under control and it is called forever, right? We'll be working with this block frequently. So this forever, we have to put this move 10 steps inside. It means that it will move 10 steps and it will continue to repeat itself, right? Forever. That's what it means. So unlike before, when it moved 10 steps and stop, though this one it will move 10 steps and continue to repeat. So after putting it here, we can attach it to when click. So it means that when this flag is clicked, move 10 steps forever. So now let's click and see how it move. So you see that it moves continuously until it gets to the end. Then if we want to make it move backward forever, so all we just need to do is to change that, is to negate. When I mean negate, add minus sign. So and we'll click on it, you see that it moves backward. So that's how we can move continuously or automatically. So in our next video, we are still going to discuss more about movement.